Welcome back to another episode of Penny Help Jess. Today is episode 496, and our channel, right, is moving along very nicely. Very soon we will hit 1,000 subscribers per month. I wish it was per day, but it's per month. And that's where we were last year. For those of you who are new to the channel, YouTube really did a number on this channel and a lot of other channels too last year. A lot of it having to do with politics and their new program to try to get people to pay for views, and I refused. And what they did was they throttled people's channels. I mean, there's like a 45-degree angle on my views and subscribe everything, my revenue on everything, for about I don't know, like almost a year. Really, it went on for a very long time, and then all of a sudden, after the elections, they stopped going down and they started going back up again. And so it's been a few months now, and now the we're almost back to where I was a year ago, which is absolutely disgusting. That they would, well, I mean, I guess that's life, I mean, it's still disgusting, but it's I understand that it's one of those things that's out of my control, and I didn't give up, and I didn't cave in. I didn't say, here, I'll pay you. Imagine that. I don't want to say suckers, but if you really were building a YouTube channel back then, which I was, you might have decided, you know what, I'm going to pay them because I don't want my channel to get destroyed. I think that's mechanical doubling. Remember, mechanical doubling is there's only supposed to be one squeeze or one strike that makes the double die, and if there's a second squeeze or a second strike that makes your working die, then it sometimes the second squeeze will leave a double die mark. But so that would be outside of the original squeeze, the first squeeze, primary strike, secondary strike, however you want to call it. And as you can see here, the line on the R is inside what looks like to be the original R. I mean, I'll still look at it later and put it to the side, but I highly doubt it's a double die. Look how skinny the letters are. Right, if we look at the Liberty there, and we look at the Liberty on the penny before this, look how thick that Liberty is, and then look at this Liberty. Almost like a weak strike, maybe. Maybe there was grease on it, and it prevented the fully getting a correct strike. See, this is grease down here. See how it fades away the bottom? No value. It has to be a lot of grease to have value. All right, so we got 2 copper pennies at least. Look at this one. That's an inch. Wow, that's oh. Wasn't expecting that. What do you think? Wide AM? All right, that's a joke. I can't see what it is. How dark it is, though. Another interesting penny. So it's a shame if I mean, I got everything back. I'm almost there, right? mean, the channel doesn't make much money, you know, but trust me, I'm nowhere from bragging. This channel would have to make, you know, in the thousands of dollars a month for it to have any real, you know, I would call that life changing impact, because I could that you know that would pay my bills if I was making $2,000-3,000 a month. I have a very um, modest living style, but you know, a few $100 isn't going to do it. So if they did not do that a year ago, my channel probably would have been making about $300-400 a month, and that would have been cool. You know what I mean? That would have been a nice little check, you know, to do things with. But no, it went down to 1960. They come in small and large dates. I hold on to all these. It went down. My revenue went down to $85 from 180. That looks like a die chip. Also, let me look at that under the loop. Always keep your loop handy when you're when you are penny roll hunting. You know, if you don't have a microscope. Oh, that's not. Yeah, that's a little cud. Is it a dent? Let me look at the side. Make sure it's not a dent. Is it? I lose it. It is a dent. I thought it was a cud. It really looks like a cut from there, right? Doesn't it look like it's just a piece of metal in front of the metal? But look, tricked me. Trickster. So we are 1 penny away from $180 monthly revenue. So yeah, I'll show you real quick. We're a penny off, and you see it says $40 more than last month. So that's up $100 from last year. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers a month, which is incredible. We're almost at 4,000 watch hours per month. We want to get that to 10. We want to get this to 1 million views per month. This was down under 100,000 views per month. This went up 4x. This was under 1,000 watch hours per month. That's up almost 4x. That was down to 300 and something, and this was down to 185. And this was down to this is up 10x. We were down to 3,500 views every 48 hours at one point. This is up almost 10x, and that is not bad for Monday morning. Almost 32,000 views for a Monday morning. So that's just to show you the channel's doing very well. I'm getting comments, and the comments is a big part of it. You know, when people let me know what they think, and the vast majority is positive. The vast majority is positive. People saying, I mean, I'll show. I mean, if you don't, I don't want to think people think I'm lying. But let me go to. Not that anybody would think I'm lying, but yeah. We'll just look at the some of the comments from today. Okay, just from today, this morning. When I get up in the morning, I check the comments and I respond. You know, even with a heart or with something else. So Sandra talked to me about that in Canada she can't get any pennies. You know what I'm saying? I told her I'm sorry to hear that. Luke Crazy Minds says your channel is more like family. Thank you. I mean, that's amazing, man. That is absolutely amazing. And then people talk about the damaged pennies they have. And thank you. This is genius. Thank you for your video. These are all different people, obviously. I responded to. Sometimes I respond to if someone doesn't know about something, I respond with a link so that they can to help them understand better. 1980, that was a great decade of my life. This person didn't know how to search videos. I told them how to search videos. So, and that's all within the past, uh, yesterday, from yesterday to today, to this morning. This is really nice, 1962. Look at the 2 on this. That looks like the 82 small date. Is for those, see how it looks, has like, it looks like a question mark, it has that curve at the bottom of the 2. And it even looks, that's not doubling. I don't think that's doubling. Let me look at that under the loop. So, oh wow, that's pretty cool though. All right, let me check the other elements. All right, no doubling in liberty. Let me check the motto. No doubling in the motto, but the T also has that really, really hard notch. It's a hard notch life for us. The T also has that really hard notch there. So cool looking. But that 2 is really, it looks like it has extra metal on the bottom of the 2. I don't know if you can see that extra thickness on the bottom of the 2 or not. That's pretty wild. Let me point to it. I mean, it's very obvious through the camera. See the extra metal there? How wild is that? That's wild. And the condition of the coin is beautiful. This is high AU, low. No, I don't know about low MS. It could be a 61, 60. But I think it's more like a 58, 57, 58 AU, 59 maybe. But it is really clean. It might have some value. That coin might have some value. I'm going to put it up with the. No, I'll leave it there. Okay, because I have ways of organizing my coins on my desk when I'm doing the video for my short videos. Huh. Okay, go there. Huh. Is the penny off center? This is how I mean, uh, is it rotated? Oh my goodness, I forgot. All right, this is how you tell. You can hold it up to a mirror, but obviously I'm at a desk. I don't have a big mirror in front of me. So this is how you can tell if a penny is rotated. Because, well, first of all, when you flip, it's at an angle, right? So I was like, okay, right? See, now it's not at so much of an angle. See, it could be just my thumbs. All right, so let's do this. Oh, wow. Yep. We have a rotated penny here. We're going to do it very, very slowly. So you can see the liberty and the date, right? Stays perpendicular. Slightly. What you want to see is you want to see it like this. That's big money. Okay, so a lot of times I talk about, you want to get the fundamental errors down, the easy ones, and a rotated coin is one of them. But you want it to be rotated. They say, I think they say 15 degrees is where it's worth money, or where it's out of tolerance. Yeah, it's only slightly rotated. Yeah, you see it? It's only slightly rotated, maybe 5 degrees or something like that. All right, but that's how you tell if a penny is rotated. Um, I know I've been talking. Oh, another 1960. Just the same one. Where's the other one? Where's the other 1960? Didn't I find one before? 62. What's this? That's the 1960. Okay, I put it in the wrong place. You see? All right, so we got the second 1960. These come in small and large dates. You see those scratches, right? I'll make sure you don't have a lamination error. Oh, look at that T. Very interesting T we got going on up here. Wow. That trust is fat. That was slang we used to use when we were a kid. Yo, that's fat. I don't think they say that anymore. Wow, look at the letters in Liberty. It's Pretty cool looking. I think this is more like a deteriorated die. Yo, that's fat, man. I haven't said that or heard that in decades. That's fat. Anybody else out there remember that? Fat, when you used to say that? Fat, yo, that's fat. Look at the, it's almost like a design in the E. You see that? How it goes in like that? Same thing with the B and the R. Yo, that's fat. And of course, if anybody wants me to give you an opinion about any of your pennies, just send a $5 super chat. And when I see with a message, hey, I sent you pictures to your per coin, okay, $5 per coin. I only get $3.75 out of that, and I'll give you an opinion, a thoughtful opinion about it. If not, I'm going to be answering. If I don't do that, I mean, I'll just be answering questions about people. I'll get random. Once I tell people $5, then all of a sudden they don't want to send me. They don't want to send me the pictures anymore. You know what I mean? But if I say, yeah, just send it to me, I could probably spend hours every day reviewing people's coins. So, and it also shows a little respect for my time, and it supports the channel. Hello, you know what I'm saying? So that's the big, thank you for it. It supports the channel. Look at those bumps. It's pretty cool. So those are air blisters. For those of you who are new, when the copper gets adhered, electroplated to the zinc blank, sometimes for whatever reason in the bath, the solution bath, it does not adhere correctly, and it'll leave little air bubbles. I bet you it has something to do with the drying process. See the little mark next to the VDB? That's a really odd place to have a little mark. Let me look at it through the loop. It's dirt. And that's just the way it goes, A lot of dirty pennies. Yeah, you can see the beginning of the die chip starting right there. That's where they always are. They're there or here sometimes. So yeah, always want to check your shields for that die chip. It's worth $1 or $2. So what else? Channel's doing well. All right, we have our new member Gino. Welcome, Gino. My son gave me a bunch of pennies. He had to give me about $60 in pennies from New York. There were a couple, and the funny thing is, our newest member Gino's from New York, and he said he has not found a vintage red wrapper penny, and I told you my son sent. That's odd. Let me look at that on the loop. My son gave me about $60 in pennies, and I think there was two in the. I don't know what the story is with this line. It looks like a scratch, obviously. There's something weird about it. Check this out. You see the line, right? The scratches, which they look like scratches, right? Why is the scratch going from there? It goes to the rim. That's that's that is odd. Let me look at it under the loop again, make sure it's just yeah, because I could see the shiny copper there, so it really does seem like a scratch. It just goes onto the rim after that, and that is very odd. Okay, we got some interesting pennies today. So I have to do a penny run myself soon. I think I mentioned it that I went to last time I went food shopping. I guess it's going on 2 or 3 weeks ago, two and a half, I think, something like that. And on the way back home, I stopped by the bank and they had $30 for me. That was great. All right, I got another copper penny. That was awesome. So I got to be honest with you. I can't tell by looking at the pile of pennies how much I got, but it's about, I think if I had them in rolls, it would be about a 2 foot square, probably by about a foot. But right now they're in bags. So it's like a 2 foot square, about a foot and a half or 2 feet up. So I figured the spacing and all that. So I don't know what that would be. I'm thinking it's like 300 or $400 that I have in penny rolls. And of course, one of my goals is to get $1,000. So that's a year's worth. I think it's going to take me at least 2 more years of uh, of getting penny rolls from the bank to hit that 1,000 penny. So that's going to be a lot. 3 times that amount would be so right. So like what I have, I think fits more than a milk crate, and would weigh probably. It has to weigh about, I don't know, man, like 200 pounds or something like that. 300 pounds, at least 300 pounds. That was an 89. Okay, it's the 88. I have to check. Oh, look at this. Wonder if that's worth cleaning up, huh? How cool is that? So, yeah, I gotta have at least about 300 pounds there, man. But again, it's gonna. I think each penny rolls about half a pound or something like that. And that's copper. So, the copper penny roll weighs more than the zinc penny roll, obviously. Um, Probably about 25% ish more. So that's something that has to get done. No wide AM. So you can see every penny roll is interesting. You take your time, you review each penny, you know, you scrutinize it, you look at the date, is there any doubling there? You look at the Liberty, you look at the model, that's the model, In God We Trust, it's called the model. You look at the Lincoln. If there's anything with a specific year, if you know the errors on specific years, you can look for that. You could check out the rim. It's good to look at the rim. Sometimes you'll see some things on the rim. And when you find something, then if you don't know what it is, you have to research what is it. If you go to error ref, you can type, like let's say you had an edge, something on the edge. So you type edge into the search bar on errorref.com and see if anything comes. And then that's how you learn. That's how you learn. That's how you learn. That's how I learned. Obviously there was I had people along the way. I remember Eric was very, very helpful, and my buddy Otis, and all of our members, Sandra, Marte, Tare, very, very helpful people. I'm really appreciative of it. I'm glad I have this hobby. It gives me something to do in the morning. Kind of an early bird. Another 1960. That's so odd to find three 1960s in one penny roll, and they're all Philadelphia something dates. I don't know what the date is. I don't know if it's a small date or large date. I can't tell the difference. That is, where's the third one? Oh no, there it goes. Was there some? Oh, there was something on the third one. Why did I put it up here? Oh, I think it might have extra thickness in the Liberty. All right, I'll keep it up there. 2015. Scratch. So as you can see, if you take your time with one single penny roll, it could take you a half hour. No Flare G, 1988. No Flare G has a little bit off, misaligned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Little misaligned penny there. 8. We have all of our short video content from one penny roll. That's pretty cool. And how much copper we find? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 10 coppers, and there's another 1 or 2 here. There's at least 1 there. And that one's really shiny. So we might have 11 coppers, which is 22, 22% copper, which is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, it's not copper. Wow, that looks like it's copper. So then that's 10 then. 20% copper. If that's not copper. It says 87, I think. So it can't be copper. Unless this is copper. Oh, okay. Yep. 11 coppers. So thank you all for coming around and hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. It's nice to see all the awesome content and comments in the comments section. It's nice to see. That's my chair. I have a noisy chair. Somebody thought I had gas once. I was like, no, I'm not farting on my channel. And it's nice to see everything going up. So I really appreciate it. Obviously, couldn't do it without the support of my subscribers and members. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. This is episode, what I say, 496. Yeah, this is episode 496. I will see you in episode 497. God bless. Take care.